Michaela Vernava along with Willie McGinest here on Radio Row. Willie, I know it's a busy week for everyone, so thank you so much for joining us today. We're very happy to have you.
Thanks for having me, and it's fitting because we're talking about the New England Patriots who are in the Super Bowl against the Falcons, so I'm a little relevant this week.
Little bit. Just describe what it feels like right now, excitement level.
I don't know why I'm nervous, like I'm playing the game. I'm not hitting anybody this week. I'm not putting on pass, but whenever you see your brothers and your coach and everybody out there and the owner, you get a little nervous for them because this is a really good football team, and I expect that to see a great game. And I'm just excited for the game to get here. It's Wednesday. I'm ready for the game to start now.
You just walked in here, and the first thing I noticed was you seemed very subdued, which was very different from, I saw you on the field immediately after the AFC Championship, and I said, I'll see you in Houston. And you were super jazzed up, huge smile, a lot of energy. So I just asked you just now before we started rolling here why you were underwhelmed, but you said that you're just trying to keep busy because of the extra nerves of the Patriots being in.
I'm relaxing. It's Wednesday, so as a player, you don't really want to peak until game time. So we got a few more days before it's that time, and just enjoying the process. Whenever you're able to come and talk football at the Super Bowl, regardless of what teams are playing, it's a special situation, and it is great. I'm very fortunate to be able to talk football and for them to pay me to talk football for a living. And then when the Patriots are in the game, it's an added treat.
So what I was going to ask you is this what it is like for the players this week, is trying to remain calm and not burn themselves out before the big game?
Yeah, you get the butterflies and you got a lot going on. I think consistency and trying to keep everything normal as possible. But when you have to go to opening night, when there's national media there from everywhere, and you have to do these interviews, you have all these requests, you have family in town, you got the police motorcade and all the things that's going on. It constantly reminds you this is not just a regular game. This is the biggest game of your career, of your life that you've dreamed about being in, and then you try to put the helmet on. I think for a player, the best place to be is in your pads and at practice or in the meeting rooms, because that's the normality that we're used to.
Now, Tom Brady has had quite a year between the Deflategate distractions, and we've seen him get emotional this week, talking a little bit about his personal life and his family life. What is this week like for him in terms of having to compartmentalize, is the word I keep hearing a lot of players use.
A lot of people say it.
The different things in his life right now.
Well, he's one of the best at doing that. He's one of the better players, and he's a veteran, and he understands that he has the focus and where his attention needs to be, and this game is first. And yeah, we all go certain things in our lives, personal, on and off the field. And when you're asked about those things, after all the hard work, everything you put in to get to this point, you do become emotional. You do become because you're passionate. So I expect to see that pour out, and I understand why he's the way he is. It takes a lot to get ready or to even get to this football game. People don't really understand that. It's the toughest thing in the world. And, like you said, Tom has battled a lot. His teammates have battled a lot. So this is the time now where you could just enjoy it, take it all in, and then on Sunday let it all go.
Well, I know you have a relationship with Tom on a personal level. Have you talked to him at all in the past couple days?
Yeah, I've seen him at opening night, and I try to stay away because I know that they're focusing. It's the time where the team wants to stay together and keep everything normal. So I'm not one of those guys that are going to continuously bug him. I'll probably go by the hotel, say hello, see the guys, see all the guys, the coaches, sit down, for a minute and just probably in a meeting or something like that. But I try and stay out the way because I know the process and what it takes and what the players are going through.
How can you help them, though? You're obviously invested in this team still. Do you give them any advice? Do they turn to guys like you and maybe ask you to come in and help the players out at all? The guys there are 30 guys that have never been here before.
Yeah, this is a veteran group when it comes to playing in this game. There's a lot of footage. There's the operational part of it, that they're seasoned. They understand how they have to approach it. There's a lot of players that played in 2011 game that's here. This coaching staff they understand what they need to do mentally and physically, how to get this team ready. But it's always good to see players come back for support. But as far as me coming in trying to tell these guys what they need to be prepared for, or what they need to to get ready for. They were just in the Super Bowl 49 against the Seahawks. So they understand what it takes and what they need to do.
What about Bill Belichick? Because he's certainly a no-frills type of guy, and this week
think so?
is a little bit.
He's smiling
a
lot.
Yeah,
He
I
seems
got
to be
him to
enjoying
smile,
it.
actually, on opening night.
How
And
many
that's
times?
what I was just going to say.
How many times?
At least once.
That's
it?
it?
Wasn't a full. I didn't get teeth, but
I
he
got
smirked.
6.
Okay, you know what the thing was? I had to ask him my question right after you. You got to
Okay.
go right up on the podium, and I know they'd rather be talking to you. They give you better answers than me. But you know what I had to ask him about
What?
was Lady Gaga.
Really?
I had to ask
Was he a
him
fan?
that. He said they'll be in the locker room at halftime, but that he remembers
Right.
last time they were in Houston, Janet Jackson and Justin
Yeah.
Timberlake. He rolled his eyes and.
Well, I hope something like that
was
happens,
quite a
so
show.
that could be a distraction for everybody else.
And then I had to ask him if he'd sing a song. He said next. He gave me a hard next.
Did he?
Smiled.
He
At
did
least
smile,
he kind
though.
of
At least you got to
entertained it.
smile.
Yeah,
least you gotta
it
smile.
felt
That
pretty
means
good,
you're pretty
but-
special if you got to smile.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
You're doing a good
I,
job.
I feel
When you
better
get the
about
straight
that then.
face, when you get the straight face with no smile, that's not good.
I prefaced it with, Bill, I'm sorry, I know this isn't the most hard-hitting question. So he laughed and said, well, it'll fit right in with the rest of the things that are being asked right now, so
Pretty
don't be
much.
embarrassed to ask it. So that
Pretty
made me
much.
feel a little bit better.
Pretty much.
But that's my point, is that how does he deal with this pomp and circumstance of this whole week?
He's a veteran.
People like me asking him questions.
He's a veteran. He's been to 10 Super Bowls as a coach. This is nothing for him. He could do this in his sleep. I think he's really enjoying this though, because of what the players have been through and how hard they've worked to get to this point. And as a coach, he's right there breaking every single coaching record and quarterback, whatever you could think of. So you got to feel good about the work you put in and it's paying off.
Willie, I know we can find you on NFL Network throughout the week. Where? When can we see you?
Oh, I'll be on, we are Central Time, so I'll be on at 6 o'clock Central Time. I'm on some other shows. I'll be on Game Day Morning, the day of the game. You can follow me on Twitter, at Willie McGinest. I'm trying to be everywhere. It's a big game this week, so I'm trying to be all over the place.
Yeah, well, you're doing a great job, and we really appreciate the time. Thanks for talking with us.
Thanks
really
for having
appreciate
me.
it, Willie.